I drew a cicada. My idea for the cicada was Russian nesting doll style. Like, we all know we all know, like, everyone knows cicadas, but...
Everybody knows cicadas.
Everyone knows cicadas. Well, in the north, the trees scream once every 7 years. It's just normal. But those of us who know cicadas know that they leave that little... They come out of the ground, and then they molt out of their larval form, and they leave that little brown husk shell behind, and they become a giant fuck-off flying thing.
Oh, they're all standing on each other.
Yeah, just... I just kept making them smaller until the final form.
Over 9,000.
Over 9,000. Sorry. Just sketching out bugs.
The leggies.
Yep. Because they're all standing on each other.
Mm-hmm. I like the angle that creates, too.
We are supposed to have... This is supposed to be like a major year for cicadas. Because there's a 7-year variety and then a 17-year variety, I think. And this is the year the 17-year variety, like, comes out in force.
Is this the one that, like, hides in the sewer and gets little children to come in so it can eat its arm? Like,
I guess. That might have been based on it.
Like, the fact that it's a cycle like that in such a weird number of years. I wonder if Stephen King had the cicadas in mind.
Stephen King did a lot of cocaine, so...
So, somebody with little scary clown cicadas.
But yeah, it's gonna be Summer of the Screaming Trees.
Oh man, I have a house fright doorbell I was gonna write for that. I should probably do that now rather than waiting another 7 years.
Prepare it now.
Yeah.
Soon.
It's just a one panel too. I could do that.
Get it set now. As soon as the trees start screaming, schedule it for that week.
Yeah. Good call.
We are right in the Northeast, in the heart of cicada country.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, other places in the world it doesn't happen, and so if they visit, they're just like, "What is that noise?
Why are your trees screaming?"
Yeah, because we just tune it out.
Oh, and you need to reshare one of my favorite comics you ever did.
Oh yes.
I like to. No, it's fantastic.
The cicadas, like, just singing, "I like to move it, move it."
Yeah. No, that was my favorite. Favorite ever. So you'll need to reshare that.
It's all nature documentary until, like, we translate.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a fun one.
Oh, I love the way you did the wings.
They have really pretty wings.
The little antennae.
Like, cicadas are very pretty creatures because they're very bright green. They have very large eyes. They have these very transparent wings with just lines of color through them. They're very pretty. They're pretty bugs.
Pretty.
I do like finding the shells. Those are always neat to find because they're so perfectly formed.
Yeah.
And preserved. If we find any this year, we should cast them in a resin globe.
Yeah.
That would be really nice.
Cicada paperweight.
Yeah, cicada shell paperweight.
I like this green.
That's a plan. No, because I wanted to get the bright green, and I do a thing with the color. You'll see how it goes as I go. But I very specifically chose that green.
It's a good green.
It's not unlike the green that they actually have too. They're very, like, not lime green, but that, like, bright green with lines of yellow. There are variations, but the green ones are very green.
So far, so good.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, I love that the big one's little leggy just up.
Just
a little bit.
He's moving.
Yeah.
He's shaking off the the goo from coming out of so many shells.
Yeah. I like to move it.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. Yeah, I like to move it.
Yeah, no, this is lovely. And I see what you're doing with the color now.
Yeah, do a whole spectrum down to the brown.
Yeah. Oh, that's clever. You're clever.
Because each shell would be a little bit fresher and greener.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't really mutate it, I just caused it to molt a bunch of times.
Well, yeah, but how many times do they actually molt?
Once.
It's just the once?
The one molting, I'm sure they're an egg in the ground, they become the larval form, which is the non-winged form, And then I don't think they pupate. I think they just burst out into the winged form once they get up. Insect life cycles are fascinating because some, like praying mantises, are nymphs, where their young form is their adult form, just smaller.
Right.
They have everything that they're going to have. They're just smaller.
They just get bigger.
Yeah. But then you have things like ants, which start out as an egg, and then pupa, and then adult.
Right.
So, well, larva, pupa, adult, where they're just like a worm thing, and then they're like either a cocoon or slightly changed, and then they're the full winged adult.
Are spiders like nymphs then?
Spiders are nymphs.
Yeah, because they burst out of the egg altogether.
Yeah, they're just spiders right off the bat.
Yeah.
Scorpions the same. They don't really go through like larval form.
No. They just come out little versions of themselves.
Yeah. Some of my favorite creatures are nymphs, like scorpions and mantises are some of my favorite smaller invertebrates. Mm-hmm. That's a weird thing to have, is favorite small invertebrates, but I do have them.
I love you so much, and that's one of my favorite things.
I wanted to be an entomologist for a while, so I have favorite small invertebrates.
Yeah.
But I know we disagree on ants, because I like ants, and you do not.
I do not.
There it is.
I like this, and I like the way that wing looks on the black.
Yeah. It's a PNG, so I could put a different background there. But against the black, it just really makes it shine out as bright. So
yeah, no, I like that though.
Yeah,
This is a good piece.
That's a cicada. I like it.
I like it a lot, and yeah, I like cicadas. I don't like ants because the ants are like the Borg and they're horrible, and they get in everywhere. But I like cicadas.
See, I like ants because they're interesting in the way that they are like the Borg. There's so much like simplicity yet complexity in ants.
So I drew Owl.
Oh, this is a shift.
I had this idea for a really long time and just had no reason to do it.
What is it with us and drawing things crossed with apples?
Yeah.
Because we used to do that at conventions. Apple. We used to take prompts and both draw our version of it at slow conventions.
And sometimes it'd just be random two words together. We had fish apple.
Yeah. So this is not the first animal you've crossed with an apple.
No. Well, there was also the mouse, but that was different.
Apples is worse.
Apples is worse. I should probably draw that.
Based on a nightmare you had, didn't you? I thought you drew that.
Yeah, but I drew it poorly. Now I'm better.
It should actually be a nightmare comic.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's really scary. It's just they didn't have her replacement robot hands, and so they replaced them with clones of her mouse, and she just had mouse hands.
Apples, so.
The mouse was named Apples, and so her brothers who had cut off her robot hands were then just running away screaming apples is worse, because the apple hands would bite them. Anyway, so I wanted to do this for a really long time.
That's really nice eye sheen you did. Is this based on the snowy owl?
It is.
Nice. I like the little heart, heart face.
Well, yeah, and I always thought that their face kind of looked like apple slices.
Who loves you?
And then I wanted to do their eyes as the seeds, and that...
That is really nice.
I struggled a little bit with that, but I figured it out eventually. And then the leaf. A lot of this was doing and redoing a number of times, because it wasn't quite what I had in mind. I was so determined. And shaping the leaf. And I didn't know what I was going to do with the rest of him. So at first I thought, like, is it just going to be like a head with feet? But then I wanted him to be a full owl. That would be very cute. It would have been a cute sticker.
It would look like a baby.
Yeah.
Because baby owls are just heads with feet.
Yeah, and I might actually do one like that for the sake of stickers, but I decided I wanted a full owl. Because I like the wings.
Yeah.
Little
those are
feathers.
good wings.
Thank you.
Wings are hard. There's an implied motion there that's very nice.
A lot of my wings wind up just looking furry. I have a much easier time with fur and fluff. But,
yeah.
But they can be soft. It works out.
Feathers are hard, man, because it's basically multi-directional fur. Because you've got the line that it follows, and then you have the parallel paths off of that form the wing, the actual feather part of it, the network. And yeah, look at feather under a microscope. It is complex.
Yeah, and there are different kinds of feathers on one wing.
I like the root feet.
Thank you.
That's so nice.
I like drawing my creepy little trees.
Old apple tree owl.
Yeah.
Can he be the spirit of our apple tree?
Absolutely.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Stop trying to make owl puns happen.
Aw, they can.
They can't. No.
I will succeed.
We'll get one.
I've had many in my time. Wait, no, I like drawing this kind of tree. I'm not so great at leaves on trees. I don't understand how to show both branches going through and the leaves themselves, so I wind up with just holes in the tree. So just naked trees. Naked trees forever. Winter trees. That I can do.
There's like a fractal design to get a really realistic tree, and I don't have time for that. I normally just do blob of green on top of...
Yeah.
That is some neat coloration.
Yeah, I want it to be like the red apple that then slowly,
To the yellow-green apple.
Yeah. Like it's more ripe on the top.
Ooh.
And then obviously, like, not the parts that aren't supposed to be.
Yeah.
And
That was a really good thing you did.
Thank you. And the places that I missed.
Well, it's not an exact science.
No.
It's a grabber tool.
I was happy with its little beak.
Oh, yeah. Mwah.
There's me trying to fix up the little beak. And brown stem. And it's gonna be little brown leggies. Yep. Little brown leggies. Do. I had thought about more branches, but I wanted it to still read like legs, and that's why it just has like that one little doohickey off to the side. Just to show it's still growing. And there could be more owls that'll show up from this one tree. I like that implication. Cleaning up a little bit.
That's a really good color.
Thank you. And then the green.
This would make a lovely sticker.
Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna have to decide which of the mutations become stickers. Whichever the favorites.
Also, now that, I don't know when this is going out, but now that vaccines are being able to be scheduled for more and more people, we can actually start planning, like, going back to conventions.
That's true.
As of summer? Fall?
Maybe.
We'll see, but...
That's me trying to decide the background. They didn't want it to take away from anything, but... All these backgrounds, this
like
whole
how
month.
the two different fades really work with each other very well.
Thank you. I've only been doing the gradients for the backgrounds this month because I'm tired. And I'm doing these every single day. I thought I was just going to do the black and white sketches for most of them.
That's what I did.
And instead, because I was always going to do a speed draw for a couple of them. But instead I did full drawings for all of them and just recorded some for speed draws.
You went whole hog.
Yeah.
I didn't have time for that. I did mostly black and white.
My poor hand is miserable with me.
Yeah, you've been pushing real hard.
But, hey, look what I did.
That's so pretty.
I like the little shine on his head.
Yeah. Oh, you've been doing so good with the shines.
Thank you.
The variation color in the leaf and the branch legs. And so good.
No, I really like this one a lot.
He is shaped like a friend.
He is shaped like a friend.
A friend that will fucking murder you if you're a small rodent.
Absolutely. But I like the idea of him being the spirit guardian of our apple tree.
Lovely. Good job.
Thank you.
Awesome.
You did a good job, too.
You're so lovely.
You're lovely.
Aw.
Rock on.
Rock on, everyone.